happens when all the pieces aren't healthy. That's coming up.
I figured you would go there, Colin. Well, LeBron was locked in to Tom Brady, lighting up the Lions on Saturday when he tweeted, "Hell of a pitch and catch right there. Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski. Sheesh." Brady later responded to that tweet with the famous picture, Wade celebrating after giving LeBron an alley-oop during their time in Miami. So, Shannon, did you like Tom Brady's response?
He tried to steal our shine. Did you know we were AP?
Your shine.
Did you know we were male athlete of the year for the 4th time?
I saw that.
Look, Skip, look, it's two great players, you know, that I don't know how well they know each other, Skip, but, you know, they watch. I mean, LeBron loves basketball. Brady, I'm sure, watches, basketball. LeBron loves football. Brady probably watches basketball. So, hey, great pitch and catch. Hey, cool. Hey, no problem. I got no problem with it, Skip.
This was Tom Brady's way of patting LeBron on the head and saying, hey, you guys were pretty good.
We bigger. We bigger than LeBron
really?
Brady.
Huh. Well, one guy's the GOAT and the other guy's the phony GOAT.
Who do you think is the bigger? Who has more IG followers?
Well,
who bigger?
I think Tom was shrewd enough to know that because he lives in Florida now. So you play to the Florida crowd, right to the Miami crowd, and you play to LeBron's huge following.
We play to the world. We got to play to the world. We international.
Yeah.
Yes. We go in China. We go to China, Japan. We worldwide.
Well, just by responding
You're a hater. You're a hater.
LeBron, you're going to get more followers. Guys, good stuff today. That's it for Undisputed. We're back at the same time tomorrow morning. The Herd is on right now. Have a good day. Tua Tagovailoa was benched again for Ryan Fitzpatrick after Tua was 17 of 22 for only 94 yards through 3+ quarters of play against the Raiders. Fitzpatrick didn't disappoint, going 9-14 for 182 yards, a touchdown, and setting up Miami for the game-winning field goal in the closing seconds. Ryan Flores said despite the benching that Tua will get the start next week for the Dolphins. So, Shannon, I ask you, is it the right move to go back to Tua next week?
No, but Skip, I didn't say it. Skip, you know where I've been on this all along. I never thought they should have went to Tua to begin with. I thought Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing too well for them to bench him. And he had done his play didn't warrant him getting benched.
By the way, he was devastated when he got benched the first time.
And rightfully so.
Publicly devastated.
And rightfully so, Skip. I just think the thing is what Tua is struggling with, Skip. And a lot of young quarterbacks struggle with this. What's open in college as opposed to what's open in the NFL. You see, Skip, he had Smith, who probably might win the Heisman.
Might.
Ruggs was the first receiver drafted last year. Judy was in the first round. Jalen Waddle. So those were the guys that he was throwing to. Skip, they're open by 4 and 5 yards on every single play. That's not the NFL unless it's a blown assignment. In the NFL, you throw guys open. Fitzpatrick understands that. He understands that step. Oh, he opened that. Oh, that's a big old window right there.
Yep.
And Tua doesn't trust himself enough right now, Skip. He's waiting for guys to get wide open, and what that allows is for the defensive line to get closer to you. And then when you do throw it, the DBs have recovered. So I think that's the problem. But it seems to me that Brian Flores is hell-bent. Like, ain't no quarterback controversy. Tua's starting next week. Okay, what do you want me next question? Skip me what? No, well, I don't know. We have to see. I got to look at the tape because you know I got to look at the tape and see. I go. Tua starting next week.
You're playing at Buffalo.
At Buffalo.
With a shot at making the playoffs.
The playoffs.
And if you're a veteran in that locker room, you are thinking, what, coach?
Skip, and I said this from the beginning. I'm a veteran on the team. I'm like, what the hell we going to Tua? Did you see the guy? Skip, he beat San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, blew the doors open. San Francisco was really good.
He did.
So, no, I wouldn't have made this move to begin with, but I think Tua understands that, man, I just can't do the things right now that Fitz can do, and I think it's okay. But I think in the future, Skip, they're going to have to move on from Fitz because Tua will always look over his shoulder as long as Fitz is on that sideline knowing that they could possibly go to it.
They say those two get along famously, like big brother, little brother. They do. But at some point, I think that'll get a little tense between those two.
Yes.
Okay. I have never bought into Tua the way you have. I do think he was somewhat overrated as a product of those receivers you talk about in that NFL pipeline of an offensive line that he got to stand behind, and those NFL running backs he got to flip it to or hand it to.
Yeah.
and he was shaky the other night. And I admired Brian Flores. He's playing a dangerous game, but I admired him because he needed to go to Fitz magic at that point because there's 9:47 left, and they're down 16-13. And right on schedule, Fitz did what Fitz always does. He made magic. And
how the hell he complete that pass?
I don't know. That's the play of the year. But again, his face mask, we see is getting yanked sideways, and he throws it up to a kid, Mac Hollins, who had dropped a touchdown pass earlier in the game.
Yes.
And by the way, he had enough humility to admit after the game that it actually helped to get his face mask yanked sideways because it took something off the pass.
Right.
And it dropped in. If he had
thrown it out of bounds.
Well, he might have let him right into the safety. The safety might have gotten more involved in the play. That's why he dropped a punt right to him. And why did the corners not sink? I have no idea.
Because there's nobody to threaten the flat, so you just keep getting
just sink with him because there's nobody home. There's nobody out there. It's got to be your play.
Yes.
You're the one who has to stop.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep sinking.
Now, I did not blame John Gruden for 1 second for telling Josh Jacobs to fall at the 1 yard line because he did exactly like he said after the game. I don't regret it at all because he said, I didn't want to give Fitzpatrick the ball in a 4-down situation. He's a gunslinger, and he was hot. I agree. Put his back against the wall with 19 seconds left, and you're up 2. Skip. Took the field goal.
But Skip, you gave him a 4-down situation anyway.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did. He was going to go for it on 4 down. They was going to be 4 down all the way. Okay. Now, whether or not he had enough time to get on 4 down. Right.
Gruden killed all their timeouts. So if you back me up to my 25-yard line with 19 seconds left, you should close that deal.
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think would be harder? And the way guys kicking field goals these days, a field goal, getting a field goal, or getting a touchdown?
Well, you'd give him a lot more time with the touchdown, obviously, right? Well, that's how much respect or how much fear John Gruden has of Fitzmagic.
Well, how about this?
He's been getting torched by him up to this point.
Well, how about this? Slide down on 2nd down and then run the ball in the end zone on 3rd down. Because you took that knee awful quick. Or just have what you call him to take some time off, you know, Derek Carr. Yep. Hey, just don't take the knee so quick. Just, you know, mill around a little bit, mill around, and then take a knee.
But I still thought it was way over. I didn't think even Fitzmagic could do that.
Well, keep on listening to analytics. Analytics going to have you without well, he's safe because he still got 70 million left, Skip, so he ain't going nowhere.
Okay. All I know is when Brian Flores dug in after the game and said, no, Fitz will start at Buffalo, I thought he's threatening to lose that locker room.
You think when he said Tua's going to start?
I said Tua. Yeah. Tua would start. My God, really? 94 yards passing through 3 quarters. What do you think you're going to do up against that defense up in Buffalo?
And what you call him through for 182 in the 4th quarter. So if I project 182, Jenny, in the 4th quarter, that's 2 quarters, that's 4, that's 6, that's 364. If I do that over the course of a game,
he's the GOAT.
That's 728 yards. That'd have been 728 yards in a game. That would have blown Norm Van Brockl's record out the water.
Talk about couple goats here. Skip loves, you know, Brady. Shannon loves LeBron. But the two of them keep giving each other high praise over social media. You won't want to miss what they had to say next.